Hello and welcome back to another amazing video here at Exclusive, where we explore the best strategies for achieving financial freedom and living life on your terms. In today's video, we're diving into the world of passive income and revealing how you can make money while you sleep. Whether you're looking to escape the 9-to-5 grind, dreaming of a life with more freedom and less work, supplement your income or build long-term wealth, this video is for you. Stay tuned to discover actionable tips and proven strategies for generating passive income streams. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and click the notification bell to be notified on future content. Let's get started. The 4-Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss is a revolutionary book that challenges the traditional concept of work and retirement. Ferriss introduces the idea of lifestyle design, where individuals can create a life of freedom, adventure, and fulfillment by working smarter, not harder. He advocates for outsourcing tasks, automating income, and taking mini retirements throughout life. The book encourages readers to redefine their goals, prioritize their passions, and achieve a balanced and fulfilling life. Get ready to discover 15 powerful lessons that can transform your life and career, plus some additional tips at the end. Lesson 1. Define your dream lifestyle. First up, Tim Ferriss emphasizes the importance of defining your dream lifestyle. It's not just about making money, but about creating a life that brings you joy and fulfillment. Picture your ideal day and work backwards from there to make it a reality. Lesson 2. Eliminate the unnecessary. Ferriss suggests using the 80-20th principle, where 80% of your results come from 20% of your efforts. Identify and focus on those high-impact tasks and eliminate or delegate the rest to increase productivity and reduce work hours. Lesson 3. Outsource and delegate. Next, learn to outsource and delegate tasks that don't require your direct involvement. Websites like Upwork and Fiverr can connect you with skilled freelancers who can handle time-consuming tasks, freeing up your time for what really matters. This allows you to focus on what you do best and enjoy, while others handle routine or specialized tasks. Lesson 4. Embrace mini-retirements. Instead of waiting until you're old to retire, Ferriss advocates for mini-retirements throughout your life. Take extended breaks to travel, learn new skills, or simply relax and recharge. It's about enjoying life now, not just in the distant future. Lesson 5. The art of selective ignorance. Selective ignorance is all about focusing on what's important and ignoring the rest. This means limiting your news intake, avoiding unproductive meetings, and cutting out activities that don't contribute to your goals. Lesson 6. The low-information diet. Ferriss introduces the concept of the low-information diet. In a world full of distractions, be selective about the information you consume. Focus on content that directly supports your goals and personal growth. Lesson 7. The power of automation. Automate as many tasks as possible to save time and effort. From bill payments to email responses, use technology to handle repetitive tasks so you can focus on more strategic activities. Lesson 8. Validate your business ideas. Before diving into a new business venture, validate your idea to ensure there's a market for it. Ferriss suggests using methods like test ads and landing pages to gauge interest and avoid costly mistakes. Lesson 9. Income autopilot. Set up income streams that run on autopilot. This could be through digital products, affiliate marketing, or subscription services. The goal is to create passive income that requires minimal ongoing effort. Lesson 10. Set clear goals and milestones. Set clear, actionable goals and milestones to keep yourself on track. Ferriss emphasizes the importance of having a roadmap to guide your journey towards your ideal lifestyle. Lesson 11. Effective time management. Master the art of time management by batching similar tasks together and using tools like the Pomodoro technique. Stay focused, minimize interruptions, and maximize productivity. Lesson 12. The importance of taking action. Don't wait for the perfect moment to start. Ferriss stresses the importance of taking action, even if it's imperfect. The sooner you start, the sooner you can adjust and improve. Lesson 13. Building a remote work structure. Create a remote work structure that allows you to work from anywhere. This includes having the right tools, setting clear boundaries, and maintaining effective communication with your team. Lesson 14. Redefine retirement. Redefine retirement by integrating more enjoyment and relaxation into your present life. Don't postpone happiness. Find ways to balance work and leisure now. Lesson 15. Pursue your passions. Pursue your passions and make time for activities that bring you joy. Whether it's a hobby, travel, or spending time with loved ones, prioritize what truly makes you happy. Here are 8 things to consider going forward that will help bring everything together. Tip number 1. Less is not laziness. Alternating periods of activity and rest is necessary to survive, let alone thrive. By working only when you are most effective, life is both more productive and more enjoyable. Doing less meaningless work so that you can focus on things of greater personal importance is not laziness. Focus on being productive instead of busy. If you can't define it or act upon it, forget it. It is imperative that you learn to ignore or redirect all information and interruptions that are irrelevant, unimportant, or unactionable. Perfection is not when there is no more to add, but no more to take away. Being busy is most often used as a disguise for avoiding the few critically important but uncomfortable actions. Slow down and remember this. Most things make no difference. Being busy is a form of laziness, lazy thinking, and indiscriminate action. Being overwhelmed is often as unproductive as doing nothing and is far more unpleasant. Being selective, doing less, is the path of the productive. Focus on the important few and ignore the rest. Tip number 2, work smart. To prevent work for work's sake and to do the minimum necessary for maximum effect, what we call the minimum effective load. Replace the habit of asking, "How are you?" with, "How can I help you?" Learn to propose, offer a solution. Stop the back and forth and make a decision. For example, you could say, "Can I make a suggestion? I suggest that, what do you think? Let's try," and then try something else if that doesn't work. Ask for forgiveness, not permission. Action may not always bring happiness, but there is no happiness without action. Finding someone who's done it and ask for advice on how to do the same. Whenever you find yourself on the side of the majority, it is time to pause and reflect. Grads from top schools are funneled into high-income 80-hour-per-week jobs, and 15 to 30 years of soul-crushing work has been accepted as the default path. Anyone who lives within their means suffers from a lack of imagination. Never check email first thing in the morning. Instead, complete your most important task before 11 a.m. to avoid using lunch or reading email as a postponement excuse. Email communication should be streamlined to prevent needless back and forth. The if-then structure becomes more important as you check email less often. Can you meet at 4 p.m.? If so, if not, please advise 3 other times that work for you. Tip number 3. Fear and uncomfortable. Let's define your nightmare, the absolute worst that could happen if you did what you are considering. You see, it's the fear of unknown outcomes that prevents us from doing what we need to do. Usually, what we most fear doing is what we most need to do. So, define the worst case, accept it, and just do it. A person's success in life can usually be measured by the number of uncomfortable conversations he or she is willing to have. Resolve to do one thing every day that you fear. When everything and everyone is failing, what is the cost of a little experimentation outside of the norm? Most often, nothing. What's the worst that could happen? Hope for the best and plan for the worst. The timing is never right. For all of the most important things, the timing always sucks. Conditions are never perfect. Someday is a disease that will take your dreams to the grave with you. There is a direct correlation between an increased sphere of comfort and getting what you want. Tip number 4, life. Life exists to be enjoyed, and the most important thing is to feel good about yourself. What can I do with my time to enjoy life and feel good about myself? What we're seeking is an experience of being alive. For the past 33 years, I have looked in the mirror every morning and asked myself, if today were the last day of my life, would I want to do what I am about to do today? And whenever the answer has been no for too many days in a row, I know I need to change something. Almost everything. All external expectations, all pride, all fear of embarrassment or failure, these things just fall away in the face of death, leaving only what is truly important. Remembering that you are going to die is the best way I know to avoid the trap of thinking you have something to lose. Whenever you find yourself on the side of the majority, it is time to pause and reflect. Anyone who lives within their means suffers from a lack of imagination. The first principle is that you must not fool yourself, and you are the easiest person to fool. If you are insecure, guess what? The rest of the world is too. Do not overestimate the competition and underestimate yourself. You are better than you think. Be strict with yourself. I can prescribe medicine, but you need to take it. Emphasize strengths, don't fix weaknesses. Money is multiplied in practical value depending on the number of W's you control in your life. What you do, when you do it, where you do it, and with whom you do it. I call this the freedom multiplier. Relative income is more important than absolute income. Relative income uses two variables, the dollar and time. Tip number 5, start your own business. Finding a market before designing a product is smarter than the reverse. To be neither the boss nor the employee but the owner. To own the trains and have someone else ensure they run on time. Start small, think big. It is more profitable to be a big fish in a small pond than a small, undefined fish in a big pond. Doing the unrealistic is easier than doing the realistic. There is just less competition for bigger goals. Creating demand is hard. Filling demand is much easier. Don't create a product, then seek someone to sell it to. Find a market. Define your customers. Then find or develop a product for them. Be a member of your target market, and don't speculate what others need or will be willing to buy. The main benefit of your product should be explainable in one sentence or phrase. How is it different, and why should I buy it? Tip number 6, work on the most important things. The most important actions are never comfortable. Learn to ask, if this is the only thing I accomplish today, will I be satisfied with my day? Don't ever arrive at the office or in front of your computer without a clear list of priorities. There should never be more than 2 mission-critical items to complete each day. If you haven't already accomplished at least one important task in the day, don't spend the last business hour returning a DVD to avoid a $5 late charge. Get the important task done and pay the $5 fine. Limit tasks to the important to shorten work time, following the 80/20 rule. And remember Parkinson's law? Shorten work time to limit tasks to the important. Identify the few critical tasks that contribute most to income and schedule them with very short and clear deadlines. At least 3 times per day at scheduled times, ask yourself, am I being productive or just active? Am I inventing things to do to avoid the important? The key to having more time is doing less, which should be used together. Define a to-do list and define a not-to-do list. Doing something unimportant well does not make it important. Requiring a lot of time does not make a task important. What you do is infinitely more important than how you do it. Efficiency is still important, but it is useless unless applied to the right things. Tip number 7, doing what excites you. What is the opposite of happiness? Sadness? No. Just as love and hate are 2 sides of the same coin, so are happiness and sadness. The opposite of love is indifference, and the opposite of happiness is, here's the clincher, boredom. Throughout life on a regular basis and recognize that inactivity is not the goal. Doing that which excites you is. Excitement is the more practical synonym for happiness, and it is precisely what you should strive to chase. It is the cure-all. When people suggest you follow your passion or your bliss, I propose that they are, in fact, referring to the same singular concept excitement. What would excite you? Create 2 timelines, 6 months and 12 months, and list up to 5 things you dream of having, being, and doing in that order. If you have difficulty identifying what you want in some categories, as most will, consider what you hate or fear in each, and write down the opposite. Tip number 8, failures. If you don't make mistakes, you're not working on hard enough problems. And that's a big mistake. Only those who are asleep make no mistakes. An expert is a person who has made all the mistakes that can be made in a very narrow field. Get good at being a troublemaker and saying sorry when you really screw up. Ever tried, ever failed. No matter. Try again, fail better. You won't believe what you can accomplish by attempting the impossible with the courage to repeatedly fail better. In conclusion, The 4-Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss is more than just a guide to working less. It's a manifesto for designing a life filled with freedom, adventure, and purpose. By applying Ferriss's principles, you can break free from the conventional work model, create multiple passive income streams, and live a life you truly love. Embrace the lessons of the 4-hour work week and start your journey towards a more fulfilling and liberated life today. Did these insights inspire you to rethink your work and life balance? Hit the like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more life-changing content. Thanks for watching, and until next time, live your best life with the 4-hour work week mindset.